Tonight, the state will remove 300,000 names from its state voter rolls as a legal battle over the purges plays out in federal court this week. The purges have come under fire before, most notably after Stacey Abrams lost the governor's race to Brian Kemp. While Governor Kemp was still serving as Secretary of State. Now, Doug Richards is live at the federal courthouse to explain why tonight's purge is being allowed, at least for now. Doug?
Well, Jeff, and this is a purge that the state says it can undo pretty easily if a judge orders the state to do so. That order may or may not come later this week. Voters cannot cast ballots until election officials find their names on the state voter list. And the state intends to cut about 300,000 of those names because the state says they no longer live at the addresses in the registry.
11% of all Americans move every year,
says the state's chief elections officer.
The problem is we don't really know if you still live there, and that's what we want to make sure, that you actually still live in that, residence.
The removal of voters comes at a critical time. Federal law requires Georgia to have its voter list in place 90 days before next March's presidential primary. That means Georgia's list has to be set by Christmas Eve. Democrats claim Republicans are trying to shape the electorate to the disadvantage of Democrats, a claim Republicans say is nonsense.
Georgia's voter rolls have a lot of inaccuracies.
And the Abrams-backed group says it has found voters on the purge list who should not be on it.
Folks who didn't get notice they were about to be removed, then ended up on the list and are very upset, who voted in 2016 should not be removed and are very confused about why they're being removed.
So voters who found their names on the purge list, and they had the opportunity to do so online, could have contacted the state and asked the state to remove their names from that list. As for the rest of the people who are still on that list, that will all come up again in the federal courtroom of a federal judge named Steve Jones, who says that he will decide one way or the other whether or not this particular purge list that's getting purged tonight should be reinstated following the Thursday hearing. Back to you, Faith.
A lot of important stuff there, Doug. Thank you so much.